What is up, Frog Fam? Welcome back to another edition of MarketFlow, powered by THOR, hosted by me, Mo. We have our Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. EST, Thursday mornings. I know it says 10 a.m. EST right here. That's what it's always been, but we've actually moved the time to 11 a.m. EST. This is the first morning of that, and here goes the motherfucking MarketFlow recap. Okay, so when we left off talking about Bitcoin, we left off with some different metrics the past week of how long it took us to get into all-time highs in this bull run, how long we are into this bull run from bottoms compared to previous cycles. And what we know is, we got to all-time highs almost 300 days to a year ahead of schedule. And right now, we're even still in this long chop and just boring, somewhat time frame most would consider. We're not just ripping when Lambo, son. What this boring time most would consider, we're actually still 100 to 200 days ahead of schedule for the major breakout for the bull run. That being said, what are we looking at now? Not talking about just macro and we still think the bull is to come. What's going to happen next before it comes? Well, we left off with our bullish scenario and our bearish scenario for Bitcoin. And right now, we look to be right on schedule and coming to a determining point of where we're going to take. So we at this time did hold the higher low here at this THOR entry call at just above the 52K. And we're meeting the resistance coming up to the long-term EMA. Could even break through it a little bit. But ultimately, I think we're going to find a little bit of resistance here. The question is, what happens when we get here? What happens when we get back down to support? What happens are we going to hold the higher low and continue potentially making that higher high, given an even stronger indication that maybe the down has changed? Or are we going to lose this support? And if we do lose that support, we have a THOR call sitting down here at the 47K. I in a way don't think that's going to hold. I kind of feel that the way the market sentiment is that if we lose 50K, we could really capitulate down into this 42K zone. So we have our bullish and our bearish scenario. I think this is going to be the determining point of are we going bullish or bearish in the short term. Remember, long term, I'm still bullish. I think we've still got more of this bull market to play out. Even if we come down to the 42K, I'm still bullish for us to continue the bull market. Moving on to Solana, we see very much a similar thing. We talked about the ranges here live on MarketFlow of where it's just been pretty strong indicators in this range of if you had taken profits or if you had bought at any of these points, it was a pretty strong buy. Even if we did take some bigger dips down, there was always times to take profit. Is that where we're at again? Are we going to see a little bit of an upward push back toward this 160 zone where we've seen a lot of resistance? Are we going to break this 162, breaking a lot of these, invalidating some of these lower THOR calls? Or is this the time where the bottom doesn't hold and we do take a ride down a little bit further toward those calls? Only time can tell, but risk versus reward, things are looking pretty good, and Max Payne still looks to be to the upside at this point. But market makers like to play games. If they can't shake you out with price scale, they often do it with time. And if Bitcoin loses 50K and really starts to head down that toward that 42 zone, I absolutely think that Solana is going to lose that 120 to even 100 and head down toward that 80, right? So Time will tell. We're not here to say whether the market's going up or down. We're here to play the market in what it gives us and have a plan if when it hits these key levels. When it hits these key levels, we know where we're looking to enter, where we're looking to take profit, where we're looking to enter, where we're looking to take profit. Coming forward, we know where we're looking for entries and where our profit zones are. You even use these as good DCAs. There's multiple ways to use THOR. THOR is available on multiple different assets. There's always a call that you can fit within your risk to reward ratio. Maybe your tolerance, you want at least 10%. Well, you can filter that, find out what calls are active, what calls are approaching. THOR Pro is definitely the way to go. Frogs are going to become harder and harder to obtain with the art upgrade coming out tomorrow. That's right, Scum Soul Art and Slime Studios, they are reeditioned the entire frog art, and that is coming out tomorrow. If you're still unsure about trading, what these signals mean, we talk about long, shorts, capitulations, the zones, following trends. If none of that makes sense, look to Auto Thor. We're actually soon going to be having updates, but Auto Thor buys low, sells high, buys low, sells high. If you don't understand the market, let Auto Thor buy Solana, stake Solana, hold USDC, stake USDC. Basically, whatever the smartest thing to do with your portfolio at the moment between Solana and USDC, THOR automated hedge fund on blockchain is doing exactly that. As you can tell, frogs fuck THOR prints. One thing I want to talk about, just because I am kind of bullish on Bonk, we have come down and filled this entire fair value gap again. This fair value gap has been filled. If we can break this downtrend and we can break out of this fair value gap, find support. This is the key part. Find support on the top of this fair value gap and support on this downtrend. Bonk could really bounce. Let's be real. Bonk is the dog of Solana. Frogs fuck, THOR prints. Be ready for the art upgrade tomorrow. See y'all next week.